Okay, big flash deck, chat. Going all the way up to Gearhulk, flashing back Magma Opus. We've got some rewinds and some Nightpack Ambushers. We've got my pet card, Frilled Mystic. We've got a smattering of various answers, along with additional acceleration down here at the bottom end of the curve. We got a bunch of fantastic utility lands in our 26 lands. So let's go ahead and pop on into a few games with this and see how it feels. All right, sometimes lucky. Interesting that they are playing counter spells in their tap out deck. Yeah, I'm supposed to sorcery speed the wolf there. I guess if I sorcery speed it though, they can flashback Strangle, which is not great for us. Delver a playable card in Explorer? No. Playable and will people play it are two different things. Delver is a card people will play in every format because they can't help themselves. Speaking of not being able to help themselves, I guess this card's already drawn like 3 cards, so it's like whatever if it gets eaten here, but Delver of Secrets. Sometimes the more things change, the more they stay the same. Flip when he's ready to it. Not a moment before. Nightpack Ambusher has such a fantastic amount of pressure, chip. It's a shame I don't have a third blue here. Do we keep lands in our hand for Prismari Command? There's literally 6 and 8 mana spells in my deck. And I have an X spell in my hand. Definitely an all Doomblades on deck matchup. Board out the counter spells. I should board in Hullbreaker, right? Like, this is likely to just get countered in a lot of spots. This is uncounterable in a similar mana cost. Let's do this. Well, I'll definitely hit my land drops this game. This is why there's 4 Triomes in my deck, by the way, chat. For those of you that were wondering about that number. This is why. Alright, KO one of these now. Or they can untap and have counterspell mana up. Do I want a treasure or do I want a rummage? I think I just want a treasure. Cool. I think we'll use the mana at some point against them, right? Like my hand is like all cards I'm kind of happy with. This might get cycled. I guess not, huh? I'm doing this during their upkeep, so that way if they want to counterspell it, they have to tap out. Okay, now they have no threats in play. And now they have no threats in play, and I have a Castle Vantress to activate. We're just so unlucky, chat. Just actually nothing to scry to the bottom. Rip us. Double top. I'm gonna shock this land in so I can Vantress and Growth Spiral this turn. I'm sacrificing my treasure to scry too. Hey, chat. We were flashy to start. See, it wasn't much of an ambush there. We're getting it under some disdainful strokes. Chat, if the Delver of Secrets deck can't beat the deck full of 6 and 8 mana spells, it's probably not playable. We should be getting news on the next alchemy set sometime soon. It's a great draw. Do Delver decks in Legacy even play for Delver anymore? They don't, right? Yeah, that was my understanding, was they don't. Pressure tokens are good. Alright, we need running lands on top of our deck here, chat. Need any land followed by untapped land to be in this game. Oh, we're dead to untapped land out of them now, right? Because of the Den of the Bugbear? No, wait, that's not quite lethal, it's only 9. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair, take my hand. We're dead, I swear. Do do, be do 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 do. Got the counter spells and put in 4 more removal spells for their creatures. Which honestly might be the ideal starting deck. Maybe we're just supposed to have 8 Doomblades in the main. Supposed to mulligan this with no red. If we draw an untapped red next turn, we get to turn 4 Gearhulk Opus back thanks to Prismari Command. There is a lot of upside to keeping this hand in hitting. Alright, it didn't matter, we weren't winning that game ever. Sometimes Magic be like that. There could honestly be an argument for playing 27 or 28 lands in this deck. Hitting our lands on curve is just so important. Do I need to cut my Frilled Mystic for lands, chat? Is that where I'm at in my life? That might be where I'm at in my life. Grown up responsibilities. That could be an okay call too. We could swap the Syncopades for Jwari Disruptions. I can buy that for $1 or $2. Lets me keep my bad pet cards, so it's probably a great idea. This is actually just 4 mana Doomblade here, Chad. I think it is. I'm not happy about it, but it's where we're at in our life. He says before getting Reckless Raged. Alright, I'm gonna retool. We're gonna retool a couple of things after this and put more removal in the main and go up a couple of lands. Welcome back, Hulk. Thanks for the 14 months. And I keep my guaranteed turn 3 Nightpack Ambusher. Jimsy King. See if we can dodge Reckless Rage and Valor's stance. The math says Selendi Vision is not good in this deck. Our card's not particularly great in general. Oh, they must have just drawn Reckless Rage, huh? Quandrix Command is bad. Really tricky so far. They could have a third removal spell from hand, I suppose. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Probably dead at this point. Shit! My deck has 8 mana spells in it, for the love of God. It has 6 mana spells in it, too. Just getting rid of this Reckless Rage right before they can flash it back. So I can Prismari Command, shock the Soul Scar Mage. Yeah, they wanted to use it to push damage. So I can Prismari Command, shock the Soul Scar Mage, make a treasure token. And then that gives me mana to scry next turn if I survive. We could just be dead here, obviously. Oh, right, we're dead because this is flying. Alright, let's make some adjustments here. So the 16 months bet is. There's a very real chance that, chat, that our deck is not good and we're going to end up throwing it away. Just to set expectations to reasonable here for folks in chat. Gasps, I know. Any of the Gearhulks outside of Torrential see much play? Yeah, green and black saw a ton of standard play. And white saw some fringe play. Alright, so a couple more lands, couple of Scorching Dragonfires. I lied to you yesterday, and we're gonna start with me trying to play Sniper Bird in our 5-stack today. Because I'm addicted. I'm addicted to the Sniper Bird shit. He probably won't do it for the whole session, maybe, unless it's cracked. If it's cracked, I make no promises. Marginally terrifying. Peak wasn't able to play this afternoon, but we've got someone to sub for him, so it's gonna be me, Spraggles, Breadboxer, Steve, and then a fifth competitive player that goes by the handle Dap Boy Muck. They pass priority here, I'm just gonna let it happen. I think I want to kill Virtuoso the most here. Okay. Pivot! Pivot! I don't think Fairy Guide Mother kills me from 9 here, so... And this is colorless, so... I guess I probably want to be proactive with this, though, right? So I don't accidentally die to one of these. I think I want to just do this. Do this now. Hey, BDP, thank you for the over 3.5 years. Welcome back. We could die from 9 with double Light Scribe. If like 2 1-attack pump spells I die. Get some mileage out of our fries right away. Quandrix Command has been cheeky good in all of the games we've played with it so far. Just absolutely delicious. Basically, I just want a hand with like 2 lands and a 2-mana removal spell in a matchup like this. We've got 10 of those post board, so this one's super keepable. Even with their Shaper Sanctuary here, we're still just like breeding whatever they play this turn. If they don't play anything, we'll cycle Magma Opus and set up for Nightpack Ambusher. Actually, do you set up for Nightpack Ambusher anyways? I think we do. Will potentially reset their thing, but also, yeah, they have safekeeping, so, or at least not in danger of dying here. At least not this turn. Played 2 charge throughs at this point. They're dead to Prismari Command plus Shark in the Air next turn. It's lethal. So go up to 4 counters. It'll be 7/7 with trample and double strike. Because it keeps the double strike keyword, right? See what we get. I feel like, from a flavor perspective, that's such a shitty interaction. Especially maybe keeping the double strike is fine, but it's so weird that you can use this spell twice and, like, have hexproof and trample, right? Because the flavor of that card is you're supposed to be transforming into something else, right? So why do you keep your base characteristics? Sinking stuff. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. I probably should have put a higher priority on killing their 1/1 earlier instead of getting my wolf into play. Their Shaper Sanctuary definitely did some heavy lifting there. Drew them like 3 or 4 cards. Here, playing your best sideboard card on turn 1 is really good. Terrible. Got me. Giving them a land also doesn't feel very good, but... Their hand is good, we're probably dead this turn. Our hand is a little bit on the mediocre side. Hey, Jubs, thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back, I appreciate it. Taking 9 currently. I assume they have another protection spell and we're dead. Yeah, we take like 24 here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and shelve this deck. For those of you that made it this far on the YouTube video in the future, normally I wouldn't have uploaded this deck because it was so bad, but there were a bunch of people that wanted to see this archetype be played in this format. It's not one I intend to visit again, but it's one that I know I will get asked questions about in the future if I don't post this. So this was posted simply to be a warning shot to reference for people that say, hey, Jeff, why not a flash deck in this format? Why not Temur Flash, I suppose I should say. Sultai Flash is on my radar to try at some point, but Temur we're done with.